Come on in, come on in. I hope that y'all are well. Happy Feminine Friday. Happy Feminine Friday. Come on in, come on in, come on in. Happy Feminine Friday. And put a one in the comments if you can hear me clearly. I'm gonna wait a few minutes because I had to send that out to a few people. Today we're gonna be talking about closing the money gap in your business. So this is for several types of people, right? So the first type, like if you have a business and you're like ready to quit, because y'all know how we do, we want to quit. And you want to quit, hey love, or you're tired, you're exhausted, you're like, oh my God, what do I need to do? Hi. If you are a person who is working a 9 to 5 and you're like, you know what, I need a cushion so I can quit, this live is going to be for you. So, and if you're in a space in business where you're ready to pivot, okay, then this live is going to be for you. So go ahead and share this with any other woman that needs to close the money gap in their business. I'm going to give you about 4 steps that you can start using as of getting into today. If you're ready to start making some more money in your business, it's very, very important and very vital that you pay attention to these 4 things. And this process honestly is repeatable. So I'm really giving a major cheat code today. So whoever misses it, I feel bad for them. So like I said, for those who don't know who I am, my name is Elle Antoinette. I'm a feminine mastery architect. And what I do specifically is I support my amazing clients that are women who tend to be very high achieving and high performing. But these women tend to do everything, but take care of themselves, everything but prioritize themselves, everything but make sure that they are really good. And so I support them in taking that emotional overwhelm and turning it into self-mastery and into more money. And a lot of people ask me, well, how are you able to support women in going from taking emotional overwhelm and making it into self-mastery and turning it into money? Here's what women have to realize. Money is about energetics. And when you begin to understand that money is about energetics, you will start making different decisions about where you place your energy. Okay? So, for example, instead of focusing your time, energy, and attention on someone or something that is not serving you, it's best that you take that same time, energy, attention, and you amplify your gifts or you amplify yourself so that you can start attracting and having better experiences and opportunities and start making more money. You have creative life force energy within you naturally that sits in your womb. But if you're not in sync with your menstrual cycle, then you don't really understand that, which can also add to your emotional overwhelm. So when I say that I help women who are high achieving and high performing turn that emotional overwhelm into mastery and into money, that is exactly what I mean. We spend too much time, energy, and attention focused on the wrong things, and you don't realize how much that impacts your money. And things are not getting cheaper, okay? Things are not going to go back to the way they used to be. You need more money. So, if you want to close the money gap in your business, this is going to be the live for you because I'm going to give you 4 powerful tips for you to be able to do so. So if you know somebody who has a business who needs to pivot, if you know someone who is about ready to quit their business, if you know someone who's about to lose their mind because they're on their 9 to 5 and they really, really, really want to operate more so in business, go ahead and send them this live because y'all need to close the money gap if you want to do that. And you need to do it quickly. Today is November 1st, okay? Which means we have basically now less than 60 days left in this year, and you can make some serious money if you really, really focus and zone in on the things that I'm telling you. If you already have some skill sets, if you don't understand what type of skill sets people are looking for, I'm going to break that down a little bit as well. So again, for those who don't know me, my name is Elle Antoinette. I'm a feminine mastery architect. What I do is I support my amazing clients who are women, high achievers, high performers. They're usually emotionally exhausted because they're doing everything for everyone. I help them turn that emotional overwhelm into mastery and into money. And so I've supported my clients in going from 5 figures to 6 figures. I built a 6-figure business myself from the ground up without having to hustle. I work Not a lot. I work maybe seriously, maybe about 4 days out of a week if I'm being serious about it. And you can structure your business to be the same way, but there are some steps for you to be able to get there, and I will support you in walking you through those steps with no problem. All right. But I want to go ahead and get you to go ahead and start closing this money gap. All right. And after I tell you these different things of how you can close the money gap, I want you guys to drop your industry in the comments so I can kind of see what you have going on to see how you might be able to expand. And I might do that for a couple of them. I'm just going to kind of go through and kind of pick. All right. So here's the first thing that you need to do if you really want to close the money gap in your business. Number one, you need to research the market to see what's in demand. Okay? That's the first thing that needs to happen. And you need to do that in two categories. All right? You need to do that in the area of hard skills, and you need to do that in the area of soft skills. Okay? So when we're talking about going out and researching what's in demand, you need to be going to look out on Google and different things. Think about all of the things that you have done, okay? And really start looking on Google to see, hey, for 2025 and beyond, or start talking to ChatGTP, 2025 and beyond, what skill sets are in high demand in the area of hard skills or soft skills, okay? When you find those hard skills and when you find those soft skills that you realize, okay, these are the ones that are actually going to be in demand for 2025, then the second thing that you're going to do is that you have to identify your value contribution. Okay? But let me go back to number one real quick when I said research the market and see what's in demand versus hard skills and soft skills. Let me explain a little bit what a hard skill is and what a soft skill is. A hard skill is something that you have to actually go through. Let me explain a little bit what a hard skill is and what a soft skill is. A hard skill is something that you have to actually go through education. Let me explain a little bit what a hard skill is and what a soft skill is. A hard skill is something that you have to actually go through education for or either training to be able to actually do that. That's a hard skill. When we're talking about a soft skill, we're talking about things that you may just naturally do, that you don't even realize that people will pay you overseas thousands and thousands and thousands and thousands and thousands of dollars for. Okay? A lot of people don't realize that a lot of things innately that they have within them can really make them a millionaire, but you let society tell you that the only way for you to be able to make money is to stick to doing what you're doing, and you're not really identifying these things within yourself. So once you do that research and you see, okay, these are the hard skills in demand, these are the soft skills in demand, these are the ones that require education and training, these are the ones that just basically are natural skill sets. The second thing you're going to do is identify your value contribution. And this looks like, what hard skills on that list do you actually have? What soft skills on that list do you actually have? And what value contribution can you add to be able for people to want to buy in, for companies to want to buy in? And if you're asking and thinking, okay, what is a value contribution? A value contribution is what value can you contribute to someone's success, a company's success, or the development of that company. Okay? That's what this is. You are identifying your value contribution. How are you going to contribute to the development of that corporation or company or to that client? How are you going to contribute value to the success of this particular client? For example, if someone was a weight loss coach, and I think I've used this before, but if someone was a weight loss coach, probably the thing in demand right now would be to lose weight. So if you could tell your clients that, hey, I have a service where I can support you to where you can lose up to 10 pounds within the next month, okay? So your value contribution is your ability to be able to help them achieve the type of success that looks like them losing 10 pounds, okay? So, and put a one in the comments too if this is making sense to you, if you're understanding what I'm saying. Because, and I hope you really are grasping what I'm giving you. Because what I'm giving you is a cheat code on how you can really close your money gap. Because all the excuses, thank you for the love and the likes. You really need to understand that what I'm giving you is $1,000 skill set for free. So I hope That you're not just sitting back like, oh, I'm whatever. And this is what I be saying when I say I don't want to hear no excuses about why you don't have no money. It's very easy for you to make money, but you do have, it requires investment. It requires your time. It requires your energy. It requires your attention if you really, really want to make money. Okay? So you're going to have to take time doing the research. You're going to have to take time really studying to see what's actually in demand. You're going to have to take time really getting to know yourself to see what gifts you have within you that identify on the soft skill side. You have to really pay attention and know yourself and be aware to say, okay, what certifications and education do I have that where I can contribute value to someone's development and their success, that they are willing to pay me at a high level for it. Okay? So that's what you really have to think about. So once you do the research, the second thing that you have to do is identify your value contribution. Okay? So the third thing that's going to be very, very important is going to be that you need to create your value proposition. All right. And when I say your value proposition, after you've identified, because you got to identify your value contribution first, and then you have to create your value proposition. And this looks like, what are the benefits to working with you, and how are you set apart from someone else? If I was to look at it from a, I don't know, a fast food perspective, right? What are the benefits of eating at Moe's versus you going to a Taco Bell? Okay, so what's the difference? What sets them apart? What are the benefits? All of those things. So when you're talking about your value proposition, that's specifically what you are speaking on. You're speaking on the benefits to working with you. You're speaking on what actually sets you apart. Okay, and so when you have that information, when you really done this, because this is a process, but the thing about it is, truthfully, if you really about that life and you serious, you really could do this all in one day. And the reason why, and a lot of people ask me, like women have made 3 and 4 figures off my free content. And people ask me all the time, like, why do you just give, like, you know, and sow seeds like this? Number one, because God is not mocked, for whatever man sows, you shall reap. So when I sow value, I'm going to always reap value. A lot. Sometimes it's monetary, sometimes it's not monetary, but I'm always good and I'm always taken care of. But the key thing, another thing about it is, I will put this information out there because the truth of the matter is, the majority of the people that will come on will not do it. They're not going to do it. I'm going to get 1 or 2 people that are probably going to get real active and actually put these tips into place and actually see the work get done. The issue is, a lot of people do a lot of talking. I'm going to tell you something. I used to say this a whole lot last year. If I had to break it down to percentages, 97% of people in the world don't do what they say they're going to do. They don't follow through with their goals. They don't follow through with the things that they really desire, which is how people were able to rise to the top and have more money than the majority of the people in the world, because most people are not willing to put in the time, energy, attention necessary to be able to actually get what it is that they desire. They would rather use more of their body, which costs them more time, energy, attention. When you throw yourself in a space of manual labor, just because you may not be busting tables, or you may not be actually doing work where you feel like you're using your physical body, if you are exerting yourself internally, you are using your body to get money. And your body has a time limit, beloved. So if you don't tap into the reality and using your intelligence to be able to make money, you're going to be exhausted and you're still not going to be able to keep up, because there's no way that you can work yourself into wealth. You have to find a way to package your intelligence and put it into something and let it work for you. You create wealth, you know, and wealth, and I don't like to talk about wealth in the form of money, but if you want to create more money, you have to make money, and you have to position yourself to where that thing makes money for you. And a lot of people are not prepared for that because y'all so scared to let go of money. Y'all hold money tight, and y'all not realizing, again, like I told you in the beginning, money is about energetics. There are 3 levels of money. There are people who can get money. If you got a 9 to 5, you can get money. You get a check. Somebody give you $20, you can get money. A robber can get money. If we're just being transparent, that's the lowest level. So when somebody says, I get money, that's not impressive. Anybody can get money. A homeless man asks you for $2, he getting money. The second level of that is those who feel like they're managing their money, but they're really just hoarding money. And because they hold on to money so tight, hey my love, and because they hoard money so tightly, they never receive anything. And because you can't receive nothing with a closed hand. And a lot of times those people grew up in a state of poverty, or they grew up in a state of not having, and they're so afraid of not having again that they hold tight to everything. Don't realize that that's why they keep having situations happen to where they can't seem to get ahead, is because they're holding so tight. You can't receive with a closed fist. So though you may rise above just getting money, you're not really elevating to the space of money actually flowing to you, which is the next level. Those people understand that money itself is not the value. The people who consistently get money, who consistently get paid, people consistently invest in their business no matter what seems to be happening, those people don't have attachments to money. See, when you're attached to money, then money runs from you. When you're chasing money, anytime y'all need to really think about that. When it comes down to chasing, if you're chasing something, that means the other aspect of that is running from you. Money does not ask to be chased. Money does not desire to be worshipped. Money does not desire that. Money operates from a space of confidence and belief that you understand that you are the value. Because if you go on Google and look up money, paper money, if you got $100 bill in your purse right now, on your pocket right now, that ain't nothing but 75% cotton, 25% linen. Okay? So 75% cotton, 25% linen. Money does not ask you to worship it. Society told you to do that. And you did all the worshiping of money and you still ain't got none. So it's not making no sense. You got to understand that money, you got to be non-possessive with money. You have to invest it wisely. You have to look at money as another human being. If money was a romantic interest, would money choose you? Because money would see you. Does money see you as an amplifier, or does money see you as somebody who wants to hold it tight? Money likes to be free. Okay? And if you don't understand that, you're going to position yourself to not really have any, because you're so busy placing the value on money. And notice I said this is how you close the money gap in your business. These first 3 steps, I ain't even got into the last one, but these first 3 steps: researching the market for what's in demand, and hard skills and soft skills, identifying your value contribution. How are you contributing value to their development or success? Create your value proposition, benefits, and how you are set apart. Why? What are the benefits for people to be working with you? How are you set apart from this aspect of it? These are things of how you are actually articulating your value. Money goes after value. Money goes after the energy of an it girl. I've told y'all this. Money is not interested in the insecure or the anxiously attached. And see, you got to realize a lot of times how you are in relationships is normally how you are with money, normally how you are with your time, and normally how you are with food too. Because all of these things are highly connected, way more connected than you realize. So true. I wore myself out trying to sell gifts that didn't align with my core passion. Exactly. Let me tell you something. People will be at a 9-to-5 thinking they have a midlife crisis, or have been doing something for a long time and think that they're having a midlife crisis. And I have a video on YouTube about this. You really are going through an initiation. See, y'all need to really start seeing things as they are, so you can start really having dominion. Because I promise it says in scripture that we supposed to have dominion on this earth. Y'all get dominated by the earth so crazy, and it's wild to me. But we are literally supposed to have dominion. When you are going through a crisis in your life where you feel like you don't know what's happening, you are not going through a crisis. You are going through an initiation. Okay? This is the mindset. I need you to hear me. You are going through an initiation. You are at a crossroad. You are being called to make a decision on whether or not you're going to go to the left or the right. Have I been honoring myself? See, people don't have midlife crises. What they actually are having is facing a reality check. You can't wear this mask no more. Do you want to keep wearing this mask for another 20 years even though you can hardly breathe? Because you're going to pass out in the next 20. Or do you want to be authentic? Do you want to be honest? Do you want to be clear and be paid for being yourself and for adding value in that space? See, it's the pretending, and it's the fake humility, and it's the fake martyrism that has y'all burn out. It's the fake identity of being everything for everyone that's wearing y'all out. Y'all beliefs in regard to yourself and your self-concept is wearing you out. Because you think the value is in money, you think the value is in marriage, you think the value is in motherhood, you think the value is in money, you think the value is in everything except for yourself. And that's the most disgusting part of it all. Because the Most High tells you in Scripture that you are beautifully and wonderfully made, yet you let society trick you out of your spot, out of your position, so you don't end up having dominion on this earth. You get dominated by everything on this earth. And next, see, that's when you start developing the victimhood mindset. That's when you start developing the whole, everything is always happening to me. Where is God? You tell me. You tell me. And y'all wonder why so many faithless people out here. They looking at y'all lives. Baby, I wouldn't want to serve the God y'all say y'all serving either. Because it's not making sense. The God you said that y'all serving says that he will supply all of your needs according to his riches and glory. Literally tells you not to worry, because scientifically worry weakens your immune system. Tells you all the things you need. Basically gives you the cheat code, and you do the complete opposite and then holler about something with God. And then got the nerve to want to preach to people, want to try to convince the atheists of why they need to believe in your God. And the fruit, the scripture tells you, you will know them by your fruit. And the atheist looking at your fruit like, baby, it's rotten. So what's tea? Why would I listen to you? Why would I hear you? Why would I? It's not making any sense. When you don't know your value, society, and I said this yesterday, there are two types of value. You really need to figure out what value system you're submitting to. Okay? You are either submitting to societal value system or the spiritual value system. And only one of them is secure. And the other one, they keep moving the goalpost on you. First, they told you had to, one of the things they told you was all you had to do was go to school. And you were going to get a good job, and you were going to be able to buy a house, and you were going to be able to live the American dream. How many of us took that pathway? How's that American dream going? Is it everything that they said it was going to be? Now, they've moved the goalposts. Everybody was talking about, you need to be making six figures. Y'all know how much money you need to actually thrive. For real, for real. Especially if you work for yourself, almost $400,000. That's how much things have inflated. But see, the thing is, you don't allow yourself to get worried and weakened by inflation. You don't allow that to take over your mindset, because if you truly are a believer, then you know that you're going to be taken care of. You just need to find yourself being obedient. How do I find myself being obedient? Are you honoring the creative and witty inventions in your very being according to Proverbs 8 and 12? If you're not, then that's why you don't have no money. Because it tells you your gifts will make room for you also in Proverbs. So either Proverbs is a liar, or you not in alignment. Because there's no reason why you shouldn't be able to use your creativity and make money. Society told you had to get a job. They told you that. The Most High told you had a purpose, you had an assignment. If you ain't on assignment and you doing all this extra, you're not going to never get no credit for doing extra credit. Nobody appreciates somebody who does their work for them. Why y'all mad at these corporations talking about they don't appreciate y'all? Nobody appreciates anybody that does when somebody else is doing the work for them. Just like if somebody gave you $1,000, you probably spend that $1,000 different versus if it was your $1,000. See, that's not the same type of appreciation. But you don't even honor the one that created you by actually honoring your own gifts. The things that you have within you. You've gone to school. So, okay, you have all these certifications in education. So guess what? You got some hard skills. You just need to find the ones that are in demand. You also have soft skills that are natural gifts within you. I'm going to tell you, my natural gifts are what get me paid. I'm telling you, if I had to look at what the highest selling product in my business, right? It's rooted in my soft skills. My education, my hard skills back up some things, but my soft skills is what gets me paid. And what you're not realizing with the rise of the feminine is that soft skills pay very well. Extremely well. I was talking to my mama about that aspect, everything. Listen, you can't. Let me tell you something. You can't make anything your world. You have to be the center of your own world so that you can support and serve those around you. We get that very confused. You think you need to sacrifice when you really need to center. I just posted a video not too long ago about like y'all need to stop talking about decentering men. It's not that serious. Y'all making it way harder than it has to be. Thank you, my love, for these gifts. Just start practicing self-preservation. Start practicing self-center, putting yourself in the center. Start being selfish. The problem is you let people make you feel guilty for taking care of yourself, and then what you don't realize is you're going to have to get upstairs and answer for why you didn't take care of yourself, and you really going to blame other people. You're really going to be like, well, I didn't do what you told me to do because I was doing this for my mom, and you said honor your mother and your father. It also says parents don't provoke your children. Y'all let people get over y'all with half-quoted scripture, and it's crazy work. See, when you don't get to know for yourself, you get to submit to the worldly systems that the Most High tells you not to submit to anyway. These systems are set up to disconnect you from your spiritual core, including corporate. I'm going to keep it real with you. There's so many systems that are set up to knock you off your spiritual core. Even the school system, if you're not careful. The school system, too. And I'm going to tell you how. When I was growing up, and even when you look at it now, the school system does not really encourage creativity. Yet, you literally are a creative. You literally are a creation that creates. But creativity is not something that is heavily encouraged. They've taken away all the music, the art, and a bunch of other things. All the things that would stimulate the mind. They have changed a lot of the media programming and sounds to be able to penetrate your brain without you even realizing it, and program you without you really even realizing it. And because of that, you submit to their systems instead of being rooted and secure in your spiritual core. So therefore, this is why they don't teach you emotional intelligence in school. This is why they don't teach you the life skills and the things that you really need to be able to thrive in this society. They teach you how to submit to their systems. They are setting up a system to see who gonna be the worker bees and who gonna be the slaves. That's what's going on. They're putting you in position to disconnect you from your core. So they do that to you all throughout school, from small to 17, 18, and then they throw you, and then if you go into an institution, you begin to learn the very first thing that if it's not researched or if it isn't documented, it didn't happen. So now you are further disconnected from your spiritual core, because if you don't have proof of the one that created you, if you don't have proof of this faith, then guess what? It must not be real. Those things make you more of a skeptic, which that positions you to be disconnected from your spiritual core. And I'm telling you this as a person who is highly educated. Please know I have a bachelor's, I have a master's, I did some doctoral work. I tell you, I quit my doctoral program because I was in my ego, because I wanted to be called doctor, not because I really wanted the help. So when I checked myself on that, I got out of that and got in alignment and doing the things that I'm really supposed to be doing. I didn't need that. But see, society said that I needed that qualification for people to respect me. See, that's why I was getting it. See, I'm going to tell you. That's why I was going to get it, because that's the only way that you would be able to respect this black woman who would be able to tell you about your energetics, be able to tell you about yourself spiritually, scientifically, and psychologically. You would not accept me without that. But see, I began to get rooted in the truth of who I am. The Most High told me that he called me first. Calling me is the qualification. Let's first start there. Okay? So call me, then qualify me. I didn't need that. I didn't need that. But society had me in training thinking that I need that, had me going into debt thinking that I need that, had me go and work a job that... Okay? Let me answer these questions really quickly. Do you think that we should have jobs to start a bit? I think that's what it's for. I think that's what it's for. I think, and I'm going to tell you something. There are some, and don't get it twisted, there are some people I believe that should work 9 to 5s. But there are a lot of people that I believe probably don't belong in that setting. They may not have the structure for it. It's different things. But I feel like working a job and working a 9 to 5 is not a bad thing, because you need to learn the structure so you can learn how to take that structure and order into your business. The problem is we go into these 9 to 5s, we give wrong energetically. We make the job an idol. We make the job our God. We make the job our source. And we solely depend on that 2-week check. That's what ends up happening. And the reason why I can say that is because we give our time, we give our energy, we give our attention. Hell, sometimes y'all turn around and giving back money. Y'all giving heart energy. Y'all not protecting your heart above everything else, because from it flows life. Y'all know these jobs don't care about y'all, but y'all still want to give them your whole heart and be mad when they don't appreciate you. People don't appreciate people who do the work for them. Corporations is the same thing. They don't care about the people at the bottom. They don't care about you. Let me help y'all out. And I think I've told this story before. I was in Houston's having lunch with one of my favorite people, and I overheard 2 men speaking about their business. Let me tell y'all how they don't care. Let me tell y'all the whole truth. I overhear them talking. And I hear this one man say, yeah, they're working on a project, but once they're done with the project, we're going to let them all go. But we're going to let them finish the project first. You think they care about your kids? You think that man cared about them people's kids? You think that man cared about them folks having bills? You think that man cared about anything that was going on? Baby, he was laughing. So when I tell you, you have creative and witty inventions in your very being, according to Proverbs 8 and 12, and if you are not speaking your value, if you are not writing out how valuable you are, if you are not teaching your value, then you are at the mercy of people like that. I don't care how much they smile in your face, how many pins they give you, how many claps, how many fake bonuses, how many meetings you lead. They don't care about you. And if you don't see your own value, you will be looking for them to validate you. And when they don't, after 30 years, you got the nerve to want to be depressed and be mad at them. You need to look at yourself. You have creative and witty inventions in your very being, according to Proverbs 8 and 12. You have gifts that will make room for you, according to Proverbs. You ain't tapped in, but you still reading texts, out here crying, following tradition, not really tapped into the power that the kingdom of heaven is actually within you. When are you going to start acting like it? When are you going to start acting like it? Why are you waiting on them to give you more money? They ain't. They finna really start treating y'all bad. Nobody's finna come give you nothing. You gonna have to make some serious decisions and doing your work. Period. These people do not care about you at all. So if you want to close this money gap in your business, again, research the market for what's in demand. Look at hard skills and look at soft skills. The second thing you're going to do is that you're going to identify your value contribution, okay, to these areas that you found, whether in the area of development and success, how your value is going to contribute to a company's development, a company's success, a person's development. What does that actually look like? The third thing that you're going to do is that you're going to create a value proposition, which basically speaks about the benefits of working with you. You're going to speak about how you're set apart from everyone else who does what you do. When women come to see me, I know that there are a bunch of women teaching about feminine energy. I understand there are a bunch of women teaching about spirituality. I understand that there are a whole lot of women speaking about making money and emotional mastery. Nobody is speaking about it like me, though. Nobody is speaking about it like me. Because the perspective that I'm coming from is in scripture, it's scientific, and it's psychological. And what women have to understand is that you are all of these things all at once. And if you don't know how to balance yourself spiritually, biologically, okay, and psychologically, you're going to massively struggle while you're on this earth. Not even talking about you getting no money. You're going to have hella struggles in that alone. So we need to get balanced in these areas so that you can actually be in position to receive the type of money that you can receive for the gifts that are within you, according to Proverbs 8 and 12. Those very gifts that will literally make room for you. But if you're not tapped in, you're going to have an issue, okay? So you're going to create your value proposition. Once you create your value proposition, this is the most important part. And I don't want to hear nothing with y'all scary selves. Okay? I don't want to hear it. You either going to do it or you ain't going to do it. I'm telling you, it works. You're going to Google the most expensive areas, zip codes, wherever you are. And once a week, okay, you're going to go, if possible, and have lunch in those areas and you want to have lunch in those areas on like a somewhere between Tuesday, Wednesdays, and Thursdays. You don't want to go on popular days. You ain't finna bust up on it on a Monday because the folks ain't in on a Monday. We taking care of business. Tuesdays, sometimes Wednesday for a little hump day. Thursday, they sitting at the bar talking business. They sitting in them closest spaces, bar and grills, in the most expensive areas, places that have really nice ambiances where people can come and do work midday. And when you go in those spaces, you're going to connect with at least one or two people each time you go. If you are a person that's about to say, well, I work and I have this. If you got PTO, I really don't like taking off. You don't want to make no money. PTO is for you to take off. It's for you to take off. Why y'all not using them like they're using you? Why do you care about, well, if I leave, the team gonna be... Are you gonna get some more money? Are they gonna offer you promotion? Are you going to advance? No, if none of that is happening, then you need to take off. And you need to start connecting. You need to go out there once a week, network, okay? And you're like, well, what do I say? You got something to talk about. You're getting to know that person. And when you start talking about what you do, guess what you can talk about? Your value contribution. Okay? When they start talking about the business that they have, you understand what I'm telling you? When they start telling you, oh, yeah, I have this business, I do this and I do that. That is wonderful. I think that's so great. I personally work in development of this area. This is the type of value that I add to companies like yours. Blah, 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 blah. You dropping a value proposition. You got the value contribution together. Next thing y'all know, y'all connecting. Next thing y'all know, y'all exchanging cards. Next thing y'all know, he's talking up. You got a proposal. What's your email? I could just send you. Listen, y'all not ready. It's not that you can't have conversations with anyone else. You can talk to whoever you want to talk to. You just need to be confident in the value that you provide. I'm so glad you know it. Thank you so much for saying it, because I hope people understand the gold that I'm giving. I don't want to hear nothing about you ain't making no money. That's your fault. That's your fault. Yeah. I'm going to say that again. Research the market of what's in demand, hard skills, soft skills. Identify your value contribution, create your value proposition, and go Google the most expensive areas in where you live. And once a week, you need to be going out there and you need to be connecting. And you need to be finding out. See, the thing is, what do I just sit there and do? First, you start with, how you doing? What's wrong with y'all? I'm Southern, baby, so I don't know. I'm going to start talking. And I'm cute, too, so I know they're going to talk to me. You know what I'm saying? Go get it cute, feel fine. See, this is the thing. And it's not, let me be very clear when I say this. I dress for me. I live for me, right? I'm going to put on what makes me feel amazing because I show up more amazing. I articulate more amazing. I just feel good. When you look good, you feel good and you show up better. So go looking your best, and when you see someone, lock eyes with them and smile. How are you? Baby, and don't be scared to not talk to people who don't look like you. See, y'all be trying to, see, this is the thing, and I'm going to be real with y'all. Y'all be trying to find familiarity. You be trying to find, well, let me see if it's, baby, talk to whoever sit down, because you don't know where the money resides. You think you know where the money resides. So you don't know where the money resides. And you need to be having conversations. Hey, how are you? Oh, I'm doing great. How are you? You know what? Just enjoying a little bit of lunch in between work. Yeah, the same. It's been a hard day today. Has it really? What kind of work do you do? See? Just like that. Oh, I do. I work in this, I work in that, I work in this, and I work in finance and this and this and that. I was like, wow, tax season and different things like that are coming up. So it's a lot of money being moved. It's fourth quarter. How we feeling? Man, it's kind of tired. It's a little bit overwhelming. Here I go. See, here come my soft skill set. Boom. I can understand how overwhelming that can be. It can be extremely taxing on the emotions, right? Yes. And I was like, that's why during this time frame, I developed this specific type of system to be able to help me and other corporations, like, really manage the burnout during this time, because there's so much that's happening, and I was like, and it's really been helpful over the past couple years. Yeah, really, what kind of system is it? Y'all don't want no money. Y'all don't want no money. Scared money don't make no money, little baby. Stay at home if you scared. But don't say nothing to me or nobody else about how you don't have no money, because it's your fault. Now, let me tell you this, okay? After 20 years in local government, the last 2 years of bullying, God put me in press. Honey, come on in, baby. If you've been in babe, I left state government, and I've made more money since I've left state government, baby. So, come on out of there. And I got something that's gonna help you. I'm finna talk about it right now. If you struggle to articulate the value, you know how I've been talking about value, and talking specifically about, let me pull this up, talking specifically about contribution and all those different type of things. I have a course, right, called Speak, Write, Teach. This is how you need to be able to articulate your value going into 2025. You need to be able to speak the value. You need to be able to write out the value. You need, in a proposal, you need to be able to teach the value that you actually provide, okay? So I have a course called Speak, Write, Teach, and Speak, Write, Teach is basically a crash course teaching you how to create value that gets you actually paid. I'm talking about pay for your skill set in the thousands, in tens of thousands, and different things like that. Here are the 3 things that I'm going to be going over. It's $150 for you to get access to that course. It actually drops on 11/5, and I'm dropping it on 11/5 for a reason. I'm gonna sit here and let y'all think about that for a reason, because y'all think it's playtime. And see, the Most High done told some of y'all quit playing with a real one and told y'all to get on your business and really be doing what you need to do, and you ain't really been doing it. And some of y'all need to wait until 11/5 to really be able to see what's going on, okay? And for those who need to wait, that's why I said it's dropping on 11/5. And this course is for those who are really, really ready to do their work to be paid for their value. Okay? So the Speak, Write, Teach course, when you click the link in my bio, it's the first one that pops up. It's that one, right? So once you click it, you're going to come to this right here. And it's going to go over everything that's in it. So in this particular course, you're going to first get the mindset barriers that you need to break out. We're going to reprogram your mind a bit, because you need to reprogram your mind if you're going to go from a 9-to-5 mindset and going into an entrepreneurial mindset or a CEO mindset. You're going to have to stop thinking like a worker bee. And some of y'all are in y'all businesses thinking like worker bees, and y'all working way too hard, and you really need to work on your mindset. The first thing that needs to happen is you gotta know what your high attracting clients or your high level clients actually want from you. So you have to carry yourself high level. That's why I told you exactly what I told you. If you have all these things that I gave you today, and you go into these settings and you can articulate the value, I'm talking about on a massive level, like where they can see that your mindset is where it needs to be. They can see that you have irresistible value creation, okay? Because that's another thing. The second thing that you're going to learn in this course is the art of creating irresistible value. I have a formula that has made me well over $175,000, okay, since I have been working online. And it's a value formula. I break down the entire formula in this course. The third thing that I'm going to break down for you is for you to be paid for your presence. It's called the positioning playbook. Y'all are talking to people who broke. Y'all are trying to talk to people because you want to help them. You know how you really can help your neighborhood and help the hood? Go get the money first and come back. See, you can't sit in the same space and save the people. You have to come up. Then you collect what you need to collect and you save the people. Okay? So it is so important and so vital that you understand how to position yourself to be paid well. You got to go get the money first, baby. Then you go and take care of whatever you're trying to do over here. You're not helping them. You're in the same position as them. You're not positioning yourself up. And so that module is going to teach you to stop chasing clients and start attracting the right ones that actually want to pay you. And it's all about positioning. One of the tips I gave you today, the last one, that's a positioning tip. But don't you dare go position yourself and you ain't got them other 3. Don't you, it's a positioning tip, but don't you dare go position yourself and you ain't got them other three. Don't you dare go to these places in these expensive neighborhoods and you ain't got, and you ain't researched the market. What you talking about ain't in demand. So you gonna feel, I'm gonna tell you, you gonna feel stupid if you go. I'm telling you, I'm just, because I don't want you to do it. If you go in there and you haven't researched the market and you're talking about something that's outdated and old, that's not going to be attractive to the person you talking to. I don't care how much money they have. Okay, if you lack the soft skills to be able to interact, you're going to be struggling. If you don't know your value contribution, they're not going to be interested. If you can't propose the value, they're not going to be interested. So you can be in the room all day long. See, a lot of people are in the room with people all the time. The problem is you don't know how to position yourself to get paid. And that's the problem. Okay? So you gonna get that paid for presence as well in that masterclass. It's not a masterclass, it's a class, it's a course. Like I said, it's $150. You can click the link in the bio to be able to get access to it on 11/5 when it drops. I do have something going on right now that if you get the course currently during the pre-sale, you actually get the deconstruct and refill your cup masterclass to come with it. So you get 2 for 1. And if you were on my live yesterday, you saw that my client, who is my girl, who was in the deconstruct and refill your cup masterclass, she said within 24 hours of that masterclass, she got 5 clients. And she said that she had been trying to get clients for years and she had only gotten 1. And she said after that masterclass on the 29th, that just happened Tuesday, on Wednesday, she had 5 new clients. So I'm not telling you something that I'm new to. I'm telling you something I'm very true to. So if you're interested in really creating value that gets you paid so you can stop complaining about not having any money, because stuff going to get higher. You're going to have to figure it out. I'm sorry. Nobody's coming to save you. Nobody cares. You're going to have to figure it out how you're going to contribute value in this society if you want to see sales and if you want to operate in business. Because if you don't know how to create value in this society, you will see sales. And if you want to operate in business, because if you don't know how to create value in this society, you will be a slave to this society. And I don't want that for you. Okay? So grab it. It's in the bio. You will get... Hey, love, you will get the course today. The replay from the other day, you'll get that today. But then on the 5th, you will get immediate access to the Speak, Write, Teach, a crash course in creating value that gets you paid. Because, listen, sometimes y'all don't believe fat be greasy. And maybe after some things start going on, y'all will start taking serious your life and start really using your gifts and your value, because you'll see where things are headed. Okay? Let me see. But yeah, click the link in the bio to get access to that. It's $150. I've learned in sales that certain personalities will not buy. Just waste your time. They will. That's why in this course, I didn't mean to do that. Oh, shoot. That's why in this course that I'm dropping, the Speak, Write, Teach, we go through all of that. I didn't mean to do that. Oh, shoot. That's why in this course that I'm dropping, the Speak, Write, Teach, we go through all of that. So you can avoid those personalities. You don't even have to deal with those people. Those aren't your clients. So you won't even have to deal with them. Because let me tell you something. People know when something is too valuable for them, or they're not ready to invest at that level for that type of value. And then there are people who look at it and say, you know what, I want in right now. So the goal is for us to talk to people who are like, I want it right now. We don't care about those who are not ready to really do their work. Let them do what they need to do. Let them cook. What about being a mindset coach? What about it? Mindset is very important. Extremely important. That's one of the biggest issues. The question is, are you articulating the value of how you're shifting their life? And if you don't understand how to create value or to articulate that value, people are not going to buy into mindset, because off the top of the rip, most people, when they hear mindset, they just think, oh, it's not that serious. I don't necessarily need that. But see, if you got that powerful, strong outcome, you can get a bag. And I mean a bag. Okay? Do you feel like it's in high demand? It is. But if you don't know how to articulate the value, your particular thing won't be. It goes back to three things: your mindset, your if you master the art of creating irresistible value, and if you are positioned to play. Okay? If you're positioned to play and to be paid, basically, if you're in the right position. So those are the three things that are very important. If you lack any of those, your services are not going to be in demand. So you got to make sure your mindset is where it needs to be. Make sure that you're articulating the value properly, and then making sure that you're in the right place, in the right position, so that you can be paid. Because sometimes I notice with mindset coaches, I'm going to tell you something. I noticed that mindset coaches struggle quite a bit with mindset. And then I also notice that mindset coaches sometimes struggle to articulate the value of what it is that they're actually providing. So it's not even so much about positioning. It's probably more so about those two. Hey, my love. It's probably about those first two. And grabbing this course will support you in that. It'll support you in being able to get you in a mind state of higher earning, and then also with that, value creation, because it's very important and very, very vital. All right. Any questions about closing the money gap in your business based on the things that I talked about? I've gone through them. It's 4 simple steps. Notice I said simple, not necessarily easy. Easy and simple are not the same thing. But these are very simple steps that you can take to really close the gap. So if you're in a space to where you want to quit your business because you feel like you're not making a lot of money, if you feel like you really need to pivot, if you feel like, I'm working a 9 to 5 and I want out of this, then this is how you close the money gap. Because that's really what's happening. You have a gap of money and you need to close up the loops, and that'll support you in closing up the loops. And if you don't know how to do those things, my strong recommendation is going to be for you to grab the Speak Right Teach course, because if you want to be paid well, you need to be able to speak your value. Okay, you need to be able to articulate that in 3 different ways: speech, writing, okay, and teaching, because that's going to be very, very, very important, especially if you want to be doing business in other countries and different things like that. Those 3 key things are going to be very, very, very important. And this particular course is going to help you learn how to articulate and create that value. So the value add should, wait, hold on. Is add supposed to be another word? Because without add, I'm just looking at it as the value should clearly articulate the transformation. Yeah, it should. But see, the thing is, a lot of people don't really know how to do that. It has to have a strong result, and it has to be one that's in demand, and it has to be done a certain kind of way. That's why I created that 4 to 5 part formula to create value, because it's very, very, very important. And most people miss it because they kind of think it's just something that you just do. But I'll explain more in the course. But it looks like this. It looks like alignment. It looks like authenticity. It looks like education, and it looks like your unique solution. If you don't have that 4-part scenario together, people will not see the value. But you got to know what actually alignment is. You got to know exactly what elements of your authenticity are we putting out there, and you need to know education wise what is it that you need to be educating, and how is your unique solution the actual end all be all. That's where the value is. And if you don't know how to break that automatically down, corporations and companies are not going to see you, because they want to, I mean, just like clients, they want a ROI. They want a return on their investment. So what's the return on the investment? And the return on, you need to be able to speak the value. Okay. So it's very, very important to make sure that you're closing these gaps, because y'all leaving a lot of money on the table. And I'm going to say this too, trying to do it yourself and be cheap is costing you. That's why y'all not making no money, y'all. And it's a lot of women who are used to doing everything on their own, learning how to do stuff. You know, oh, I love learning. You know, I'm doing DIY in my business, and I'm doing this, I'm doing that. Y'all keep doing it if y'all want to. Y'all gonna exhaust yourself to oblivion. You're continuing to trade your body for time. If there's a process that can show you how to do it, invest in that process, because that's how you make more money. People ask me all the time, how do you make more money? I invest a lot of money. I make quite a bit of money, right? But I pay a lot of money too. I always tell people I pay for systems every month that's like a high car note. So I pay for strong masculine systems in my business so that I can be in my feminine. Okay, so instead of saying, oh, I want somebody to come rescue me, my business is set up to where I'm making money when I sleep. This is how these things should be happening for you as well. But you have to be able to speak, write, and teach value. Okay, any questions? Any questions? Oh, shoot. Any questions? Any questions before I let y'all go? And congratulations to those who I see them coming in that have purchased the course. That 150 price is going to change. It's going to 297. Actually, it's going to 297 tomorrow night. It's today. What's today? Friday? Oh no, baby, it's going tonight. I think it's tonight. It's going up to 297 because what I'm giving you is $1,250 worth of value. So I don't know if it's going to be, because this, like I said, this is a really, really good cheat code. And I'm not sure if I'm going to give this to my community or if I'm actually going to upload it on YouTube or not. But yeah, so hopefully y'all got it. Hopefully y'all really know what to do, so you don't waste your time, your energy, and your attention. Someone literally in my inbox, please block them. Y'all, let me tell y'all, I ain't gonna never inbox y'all and ask y'all nothing crazy. I promise. The most I'm gonna do is be like, thank you for watching my content. I appreciate you for watching my content. Let me know if you need anything. That's the least I would do. And I haven't even been doing that. So if anybody inboxes you pretending to be me, I don't care how many followers they have. I only have 2 accounts, by the way. And the other account has a different name, which is a backup, in which I'll probably post, so y'all can go and follow that one. But all these other ones that are mimicking my name and doing all this, no, that's not me. None of that is me. So please, yes, block them. Don't give them any information. And this is not that at all. All right, my loves, I'm not seeing any questions. Thank you so much. I hope that y'all have an amazing, amazing weekend. I am about to get some rest because I feel like I need some. So I hope that y'all have an amazing, amazing weekend. Click the link in the bio to be able to get access to the course. Thank y'all so much for y'all time. And remember, if you get the course today, you get the 2-for-1. So you get the Deconstruct and Refill Your Cup Masterclass that ended up getting my girl 5 new clients in 24 hours, which is crazy work. So y'all have an amazing, amazing evening. Peace, y'all.